Whew! Man, I tell you what. Yesterday was quite a day. Like, I was already looking forward to Thursday, but yesterday was, like, as soon as I found out what was going on yesterday, I grew equally excited, because it was just that kind of day. But before I get into that kind of day, let's talk about my low, my high, my acts of kindness. Well, regarding yesterday, I would definitely say my low is quite literally the most awkward thing happened to me last night. I don't want to get into it, but let's just say, like, it was, like, the kind of awkwardness that's really uncomfortable. Like, you know, sometimes being awkward can be funny, but, like, there are times it's, like, really uncomfortable. Like, this is a really uncomfortable one. I'm like, oh, God. Of all things to happen, but I'm still here. We continue to move on. Take things one day at a time. We press on this thing that I'm doing. I'd say YouTube channel, but this is also on Facebook too, so, you know, we press on whenever, you know, in times of hardship. That's what I should say. We press on in times of hardship and awkwardness. So, that was my low. My high was, I saw a talent show last night. Yeah, I went to a talent show last night. I'll explain more of that. And my act of kindness was, I did some stuff for my grandma yesterday. But I also, at the talent show, I recorded a certain act that I came to see. So, for a friend. So, it was awesome. So, what was the talent show? Well, here's the thing. I was at Pix on Thursday, and I was told that a friend of mine's, a couple friends of mine's kids were performing in the Ridge Road talent show. That was taking place at the high school, which I didn't find out until it was about 10 of 6 when the talent show was supposed to start, and I'm at Ridge Road and no one's there. So, oops. But I got there. Actually, I got there with like 2 minutes to spare. Yeah, Ridge Road actually isn't that far from Horseheads High School. Which is funny because to me, at least because I lived in Big Flats all my life. And, like, there's a bunch of schools in the Horseheads School District. There's Big Flats Elementary, Garner Road, Ridge Road, St. Mary Mother, Sing Sing Road, I forget the one elementary school that's like right next to the high school. At the moment, I'm blanking out. I am so sorry. My point is, like, there's a lot of schools, but like of all those schools, Ridge Road is like the one that was most like out of the way because it was, at least when you live in Big Flats, it's easily the farthest away, but also it's kind of in a not hidden location, but kind of out of the way. I'll say that much. So I got to high school, sat with my friends and the family, and it was wonderful. You know, there were 34 acts. 34. And the act that we were supposed to stay for and see was act number 33. So it was you know, I had to wait a little bit. But, you know, it was fun. I mean, listen, it's a kid's talent show. I mean, here's the thing. I would never make fun of any kids who perform in a talent show, ever. You know, I never performed in a talent show when I was a kid. You know, already those kids are a lot braver than I was, for sure. And for that, you know, that deserves major props. And I also get that, you know, as you get older, you see things that are bigger and better, and let's be honest, so those things that are bigger than better are obviously much bigger and better than anything that, you know, an elementary school kid is going to be able to do. So, needless to say, I'm actually a rather forgiving sort. You know, I'm not gonna make fun of kids performing in a talent show. It's ridiculous. This talent show is fun. It was awesome. The kids actually, again, they're braver than I was at their age. So, you know, they get like, if nothing else, they should get bragging rights for that alone. And it was a lot of fun to go. It really was a lot of fun to go. Saw a lot of really great acts. Actually, the first act was these two kids were holding like a blue sheet that looked like water, and like these little girls in bathing suits would like go behind. They basically tried to like recreate synchronized swimming, which is funny. And that was definitely a great opening act. And they're like little kids telling jokes, or what are essentially dad jokes, some of which I've heard before. I mean, one joke that was said was, why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels. So, they're jokes like that. But I mean, come on, they're little kids. I'm not going to judge them. It was just fun. The few kids that were singing, well, again, they're little kids. Their voices haven't quite developed yet into the potential singers that they could be if, they keep at it. But, again, they tried. They really did. And that's all anyone could ever really ask of them. What else happened? A few dance numbers. Actually, there was one little girl who did like an Irish jig, which was awesome. I mean, that was definitely a great act. One little boy played the violin. In fact, he played songs on the violin. Basically, because around the time you're in third and fourth grade, you have to play the recorder. And he basically played the songs you would play on the recorder on the violin. Which, he gave like a tutorial on that. Like, he told how to hold the violin and everything. So, this is a very well-informed, act. It was very nice. I never played an instrument, much less the violin, so alright, that kid's doing a lot better than me. Let's see. Mentioned a little bit about the dad jokes. There was a few other dance numbers too. Although there was definitely a theme because any dance number featured a Taylor Swift song, specifically "Shake It Off," which really is one of the more annoying T-Swizzle songs, but I guess there are worse songs that Taylor Swift has done, I suppose. But, they're kids, they're having fun, they don't know any better. I mean, here's the thing, Shake It Off really isn't a good song. In fact, it's easily one of the more annoying songs. But again, there are songs that are more annoying. Have you seen the video for Shake It Off? It's basically T-Swizzle making fun of the Jazzercise videos from the 80s. Which, okay. I think it's to remind, the Jazzercise movement did happen way back then or something. I don't know. Actually, there was one, it was either a singing number or a dance number that did a Taylor Swift's Wildest Dreams. That's a good song. Wildest Dreams is a good Taylor Swift song. But I said the other day, Taylor Swift has some good songs. Wildest Dreams, The Archer, Anti-Hero, Style. And again, I will admit, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, and this is a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. So, she's got some good songs. There was a few magic acts. A couple of magic acts that were pretty good. The group I was with was way in the back, so can't really see that all that well. But it was all to get to the act that I was there to see with, the family I was with. And in case no one's wondering, yes, it was the Blythe family. So we all moved up close to the front so we could get a better shot of, what we were seeing. And the four kids, I never named names, so I'll just say one boy and three girls, with their grandfather, got on stage, and the grandfather was playing the guitar. And first, the kids sang "You Got a Friend in Me" from by Randy Newman, obviously for Toy Story, which again, much like all the other singing acts, they're little kids. You know, they were good, but you know, they're about as good as being a kid that age will allow them to be. How's that? Like, there are things that you can do as a kid that may be impressive, but they're more impressive when you're able to do things as an adult, because not only can you do those things, but you can do other things as well, if that makes sense. But you know, it was a fun act. It was a fun act to watch. It was a blast. And after they sang "You Got a Friend in Me," they did a few magic tricks, which was very entertaining. They did that one thing where one of them hides underneath like a sheet, and one of them is like doing this on top of the sheet. The thing's being raised or whatever. It looks like the sheet is rising. It was fun. I mean, I gotta give like every kid who performed at that talent show a lot of credit. Because, I mean, just to perform on stage at that age, I didn't mean to make that rhyme, just to perform like that at the age that they are, you know, they're already doing better than I was when I was a kid. I mean, I wanted to, but I could never. I was always afraid. Again, I was 28 years. I had only just turned 28 before I started making videos every day. So, you know, people go at their own pace, I suppose. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. So it was great to see that family again. I'm going to be seeing them tomorrow because one of the girls that we saw performing last night is performing in a cheer competition tomorrow. I'm excited for that. A whole bunch of us are going to be there. I gotta go get that. Actually, I am going to go to church tomorrow. I get the flowers after. I mean, listen, at these cheer competitions, everyone gives little kids flowers, so you know, I'm gonna go get some flowers after I go to church tomorrow. I mean, you'd rather get fresh flowers. You know how it is. I mean, I can get flowers today, but would they be guaranteed fresh like tomorrow? You know. So, I definitely have a big, fun weekend ahead of me. Looking forward to that. Went to Nick's last night for dinner. I missed the fish fry, obviously, but that's okay. I got the wings, got the combo platter. I actually also tried the fries with gravy. I gotta say, Nick's. That's some good gravy. I haven't had fries with gravy in years. I mean, I had them back at the old Casablanca years ago. That was always good. But, you know, I never actually had, like it was good. They were good fries with gravy. I was thoroughly impressed. Actually, I gotta say, regarding having the wings, like, seriously, like, having the combo platter and wings, whenever I go, I always get the combo platter no matter what, but I always get, but if it's a Friday, I would get the fish fry, but I arrived at Nick's too late to get the fish fry. So, you know, wings are a backup, right? I gotta say, like, regarding the wings at Nick's, those are probably the best wings I've had at Nick's since I've gone there. I mean, again, I would still say Elbow Room barely edges them out, but I gotta say, those are damn good wings. And it was funny because I asked my waitress, okay, what do you recommend? The open-faced steak sandwich or the wings? And she's like, oh, the wings. So, yeah, I mean, I was already planning in wings anyway, but, you know, I thought I should at least ask, you know. It never hurts to ask your server for advice on what to order, because, you know, they work there. It makes sense to ask them what they recommend because they would know how good the food is there. Well, they should know how good the food is there. Let's see. Yeah, it was actually interesting. I was prepared to, let me show my computer real fast. Oh, never mind. So, I was legit prepared to talk about, like, any NFL games that are today, but, there's no game today. So, I guess again, it's championship weekend. I mean, actually, did I correct my NFL picks line? Okay. Let me look up something real fast. Right, okay. I did correct everything. Alright. So as of right now, I am 176 and 104 for my NFL picks. So, okay. I mean, I can make my picks right now, but I have to put on my jersey. And I don't want to do that because, quite frankly, the video is almost over. Well, actually, the video is over when I say it is over. Oh my God! Remember that old Disney movie, The Aristocats? Like, now wait a minute, I'm the leader. I say when it's the end. And the thing like shows up. It's the end. Right. Okay. But no, seriously, last night was a lot of fun. In fact, honestly, like seeing these kids perform on stage, that really made my week. It really, like, this week was just full of like stress and worry, and I will admit the most awkward thing ever happened last night, for sure. It happened after the show. I don't want to get into it. But the point is, like, yeah, this wasn't a great week by any means, but I wouldn't say it's the worst thing that's ever happened. I mean, look, the heartbreak I went through, that's worse than anything that was ever going to happen this week, for sure. And, you know, just like the heartbreak, I just got to take what happened last night one day at a time, both the good and the bad. Thankfully, though, the good outweighed the bad, so it makes it a whole lot easier. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow on social media. As always, I'm very humbled to make this video for all of you guys who are watching short today. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Oh, I forgot to do Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. And remember, if you guys want to talk, we're here to lend the elbows right back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.